Crawford about to beat the out of Canelo Alvarez. I'm letting y'all know right now, he about to beat the brakes off of Canelo Alvarez.
Tim Bradley back again with his typical outrageous comments. His latest saying that Canelo would get beaten up by Crawford. So you're telling me that Canelo Alvarez, someone that got hit clean on the chin by Golovkin, moved up to 175 pounds against Bivol and Kovalev, is going to get beat up by a guy who was in his prime at 140 to 147 pounds. Canelo would beat Crawford pretty easily. That fight, to be honest, is a waste of everyone's time. The same way it was a waste of everyone's time when Canelo Alvarez fought the 154-pound undisputed champion, Jermell Charlo. Crawford has absolutely no chance against Canelo. All that fight is a big money fight for Crawford. It's probably going to be the last fight of his career, and he would make a lot of money. But respects to Canelo, he doesn't really want that fight. And why does he not want it? Because you're not going to get credit.
What's going on, everybody? This is MDENT313. And I'm back at y'all with another one. Listen, as you heard in the clip leading up to this, you heard what Tim Bradley said. And listen, I feel the exact same way. Now, the gentleman whose video that I was reviewing, as you heard, he was making a case, well, Canelo got hit flush by bigger guys and harder punchers. Triple G is a harder puncher than Terence Crawford. Bivol is a heavier puncher than Crawford. I wouldn't necessarily say Caleb Plant, but we'll throw Caleb Plant in there. But also, Edgar Berlanga is a harder puncher than Terence Crawford. Which you guys have to understand. You put so much emphasis on raw power. How many times do boxing enthusiasts like Emmanuel Stewart, the greatest boxing mind ever, guys like Customato, who trained the legendary Mike Tyson and the late great Floyd Patterson, how many times do, rest in peace to Nasir Richardson, Hall of Fame trainer, it's the punches you don't see is the punches that hurt you and that knock you out. Listen, when you getting hit flush by somebody, but you can roll with the punch, yeah, it may still hurt, but by you being able to roll with the punch and take some steam off of it, you can recover from those. The punches that you don't see coming, the ones when you get hit on angles, counter punches, punches where they blind you with the jab and they come up with the uppercut, or they blind you with the jab with the left, and Deontay Wilder comes straight with the right down the pipe. The combination punching, the sharp punches. I want you to think about what this guy said and really think about it. Just no bias. If it was all about raw power, how did a guy that was smaller than Canelo Alvarez and Floyd Mayweather fight Canelo Alvarez toe-to-toe? And if you go back and watch the fight, it was many times that the smaller man in Floyd Mayweather walked Canelo down, because it's about skills, angles, feints, footwork, punches that you don't see coming. And in order for you to be able to land a lot of punches without your opponent seeing them coming, you have to be a master tactician, a phenomenal defender, and a phenomenal counter puncher. Triple G couldn't land the punch he needed to land to get Canelo Alvarez out of there, is because one, Triple G don't have the speed, and two, he don't have the defense and the combination punching ability to get those punches off. At the elite level, guys are too smart to get knocked out by regular stuff that regular fighters would get knocked out by. When you're fighting a defensive guy like a Canelo Alvarez, he's not the best defender, but he's a very good defender. You have to know how to bait him out of position. You have to put some 3s and 4s together because he's going to at least block the first 2. You have to vary the speed on your punches. You have to change levels, working up and down. You got to know when to strike and when to get out of dodge. All the things that Crawford is able to do, the other guys couldn't do. Now, Bivol was able to do it because he got, to some degree, because he got the footwork. But if you pay attention to the way Bivol fought Canelo, he just kept doing the wash, rinse, and repeat method. I call it, you never heard nobody say this, I call it the wash, rinse, and repeat method. It's the same strategy that Buster Douglas used on Mike Tyson. You hit him with a couple jabs, you hit him with a good straight right hand, you sidestep over, or you take a half step back to make the smaller man, who usually have to load up on his punching, reset his feet. And if you're patient enough, and if you're smart enough to keep doing it and keep working at it, as you accumulate the rounds, eventually he's going to get desperate and make the one mistake that you need him to make. The question is, are you going to be ready to capitalize on that mistake when the mistake is made? If you go back and watch, and I keep telling people this, if you go back and watch the first Andre Ward versus Sergey Kovalev fight, Sergey Kovalev, yes, he was winning, you know, the first couple rounds. He didn't do anything special. He was smart enough to wait for Andre Ward to make the mistake to clip him with the punch he needed to. But if he would have followed up that punch with a hook or uppercut, he might have knocked Andre Ward out. I'm going to also give you another example. The 2 knockdowns by Deontay Wilder, but I want to specifically highlight the knockdown in the first Wilder-Fury fight in the 12th round. If Deontay Wilder would have followed that punch up with a hook to the head, Tyson Fury don't get up. But that's the difference between a master tactician and an elite level fighter. When you're fighting other elite level fighters and everybody else, that opportunity will present itself, but it won't present itself that often. But when it do present itself, you have to be able to take advantage of it. Listen, Terence Crawford got all the skill. I believe he will do it. He got all the skill to do the wash, rinse, and repeat method. And he has the stamina, unlike Caleb Plant. And he has the power and the combination punching and the counter punching to do it. And I'm here to tell you, it's going to be a lot of fans mad when Terence Crawford knock out Canelo Alvarez in the 11th round. But this is Tim Bradley's opinion. I'm going to come back with what Mike Tyson said, because Mike Tyson, he leaned the complete opposite way, and he's in agreement with the gentleman in this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. I like to talk about it.